Do you have a fly screen at home that looks a little like this, either from wear and tear or pets? If you do, wait right there. I'm going to show you how to easily replace your fly screen with a pet mesh, a stronger product. Let's get into it. So to remove the fly screen, open up your sliding window, lift it up and remove it. You've either got pull tabs on your fly screen or just lift it up at the top. Comes away at the bottom, wiggle it side to side and remove it. So find out where your spline starts. It's here. And just pull that out, remove it all the way around. So set your spline to the side. Remove the old mesh. That's going in the bin. Probably 20 years of dust in there. So this is the product that I found. This is what we'll try. It's from Cyclone. It's called Pet Mesh. It's got a little picture of a doggy on it. Claims it's 6 times stronger than a standard mesh. Now, does the picture of the dog, does that tell us that this can withstand an overweight Labrador running at your fly screen? Or is it more just suited to a little kitten climbing up and chasing bugs? I'd be interested to know. If you've used this product before, comment down below. Let us know, does it handle the abuse from a dog? Or is it just a slightly stronger product? Lay out your fly screen mesh with about 50 mil or 2 inches of overhang all the way around the window frame. In the name of being resourceful, let's reuse this spline because it's in okay condition. It's not perished and it's not brittle. Rather than throwing it in the tip and buying a new product, we'll reuse it. Start by pushing it right into the corner there. It'll be interesting to see if we can use a standard size spline or whether we need to go to a slightly smaller profile. That's proving to be quite tight going into that same channel. What you can do is you can cheat a little bit with spline that's too thick, and you can actually pull it a little bit, and by stretching your spline it narrows its diameter. So let's do that. It's definitely a thicker product. You can see how it's so much more durable. Wow. Push it in around the corner there. Try not to, well actually, I was going to say try not to rip it with your screwdriver, but if it's as durable and strong as they say it is, you shouldn't have a problem. My $3 spline roller is barely strong enough to get that in there. Oh, running repairs. It's at about this point I'm being very mindful because this is quite a strong product and the window frame we're putting it on, or the screen frame we're putting it on, is quite flimsy, quite thin. It's got a tendency to draw it in at the sides, like bow it in or buckle it in, just because of the tension that the screen's putting on the aluminium. So try not to pull your screen too taut, but we also don't want it to be baggy. It's a bit of a fine line. Sometimes it's trial and error and you've got to maybe do it once or twice to get it right. You can see how much we've stretched that spline, pulling it taut to narrow the diameter, just to try and fit it in that spline groove with this thicker product. I'm not really happy with that shape just there. It seems to be a little loose. So I'm going to pull that spline out. Pull that screen a little bit taut as I roll that spline back in there. Now to trim off the excess, have your knife at about a 45-degree angle, just resting on top of that spline. And just work your way around the window like that, cutting off the excess, and it leaves you with a nice clean line. I've got to say, that was harder than I thought it would be, to use this product and get it into those spline channels and reuse the existing spline. Next time I think I'd shell out the extra $10 or whatever and get a smaller diameter spline, which is that rubber, just to make life easier. My $3 spline roller, it's a sad day, that's cactus, but that'll teach me for buying a $3 one, right? I think it's a little darker than a standard fly screen mesh, but there's no problem seeing through it. So I've just hung up a standard mesh. Obviously there's a gap there, that's natural light, and that's the pet mesh. So you can see how this pet mesh, being a thicker product, is actually quite a bit darker. But you know what, for the bedroom, I don't think that's going to be a problem. It might even stop that morning sun from heating up the bedroom just that little bit. You know, a little bit of UV protection, a little bit of shade. I think that's going to work well. The holes are definitely bigger, and the material is definitely thicker. I think now is the time to have a beer, sit back and relax, watch the cat do its best, and the cat won't get out and the bugs won't get in. Hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you on the next video.